All right, guys, what's up? Welcome to the JSN podcast. If you're a new listener, we are out on all streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Today we will be talking about interesting anime and basketball topics because we are missing our host, Quan. We miss you, Quan. Uh, but we got to get another pod out, so welcome back, guys. To begin, Kesari, what's your favorite anime, man?
Favorite anime? Uh, my favorite anime is probably Fate Zero. Probably Fate Zero.
All right, well, why is Fate Zero your favorite show?
Why? All right, so off the rip, Ufotable animated Fate Zero. So Fate Zero is just honestly, it's the fight animation is ridiculous, and even just the background artwork, like the scenery and all things like that, it looks really good. And especially if you really think of like for an anime that came out in 2011, I think Phase
That's
Zero,
crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Phase Zero is still animated better than most anime coming out 10 years later, with all the new types of different ways of animation. I think that's kind of ridiculous. The characters, right? So the cast of Fate, I think the cast of all Fates in general are pretty 10 out of 10 every time. We have Kiritsugu, the goat, Saber, Gilgamesh, uh what is he? Ryder and Fate Zero. That's my guy.
He goes crazy. He goes crazy.
That's my guy, bro. I can't cap. I think even Kotamine, he's a good character, good antagonist. I already said Gilgamesh though, but yeah, they kind of go hand in hand. But I like them. God, what's the other character's name? The one with the bugs.
Bugs? Oh,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, bro. I know exactly what
I
you're
think
talking
it's
about. I forgot.
Karia. Karia.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't remember his name.
I like the way that he is portrayed. He's kind of really desperate to try and save Sakura from the
Karia, yeah.
Yep.
That's his name.
Yep. I think he's a really good save Sakura from the Mato family. I think that he's really good. He's desperate. Kaneth, I kind of liked him.
Kaneth, I did not like his character at all, bro.
So I didn't like his character. I liked the way he was portrayed and how he went out, like, because he went out like a bitch. I'm not gonna cap. Like
he did, bro.
Kiritsugu bitch, straight up.
He did.
Yeah, right. Waver, I like Waver a lot. I watched a little bit of the Waver spinoff, Lord El Melio's something like that. Case Files is right in front of my face. Case Files, I like that a little bit. It was cool. Tokiyomi, Tosaka, he's a solid character.
I just don't like how I don't know. I think it was Kotamine, right?
That killed him. Yep.
Yeah. I like Kotamine, but I don't think Tosaka should have died like that. That was too easy. He's a top level mage. And
it is a little bit too easy, but I think within him I see like a lot of the things that Rin in Unlimited Blade, well, not just Fate Stay Night in general, she kind of embodies.
Yeah.
And that's why I like him a lot. What is this? It's not Saber. Archer? No. Is this Archer? Hold on, give me a second. Lancer's tough. I can't.
Lancer's tough in Zero. In Phase Zero, he's tough.
He's tough. Lancer's tough. I like Lancer. I even like Iris Feel for a little bit, but obviously she gets kind of, yeah. I just like the whole cast, really. I think the one weird person in Fate Zero that I'm just like, yo, what is this? Is Caster?
Yeah, Caster. I've never, bro. I don't. Every time he's too weird for me. You know what I mean?
Caster's weird.
He's like,
shit, bro.
Yeah, he's just, even in Blade Works, he was weird. He was just weird to me.
Yeah, bro. I don't.
Berserker, you never really even hear him talk. He just like roars all the time.
I like for Berserker though. I do like the little what do you call it? The back and forth kind of thing that he has with Saber. Based on what like their actual identities, because he's
real life.
I think he's like Sir Lancelot or something.
Yeah, he is Sir Lancelot. That was Saber's comrade, and when he was king.
I like the dynamic between those two at the end, but and that's why you could see whenever like at that scene in I think it was like episode 3 when Saber and Lancer are fighting. I said Lancer are fighting, and then Gilgamesh tries to pull up on them. You see him Berserker like go straight after Gilgamesh. And in the beginning, I was like, why is he doing this? Like, what's the point? But it kind of makes sense when you think about the fact that he was interrupting Saber's battle. So.
Yeah, because he wanted Saber and I guess you would just call him Sir Lancelot.
Yeah.
They really have some real life beef, bro. Like,
yeah,
like it's like from so long ago that it's. But I do like about Fate Zero that it kind of shows the kids growing up, like Rin and Emiya,
yeah,
and how it kind of transitions to Blade Works, which is where they're the primary mages and stuff in the Holy Grail. Is that Holy Grail War, right?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, Holy Grail War. I like that because it shows how Karatsugu comes up, and then it's not really like a downfall of Karatsugu, but like it's kind of like a fading out.
Yeah.
And then it goes to Emiya. Well, Shiru. I mean, they're both Emiya, but Shiru kind of shows how he like raises him and stuff like that. I like that.
Yeah, I think the transition between the two is really good. I think Fate Zero might be one of the best prequel series in anime, period.
Yeah, I rock with that.
Yeah, bro. But that's my favorite anime.
All right, so I mean, we already know the GOAT of this show, Karatsugu.
God.
Kind of touched on him, but why is he our favorite character? Because I know I have some reasons, but you probably have some different reasons too.
So I find I probably it's probably weird, but in anime, I think the tragic characters are mostly some of the best, right? And he's a very tragic character. You've seen him towards the end. They had this little flashback, and you've seen him have to kill his dad, kill the woman that
no hesitation.
Yeah,
noted. No hesitation.
Yeah, right. Because you've seen the girl that he was I guess she was. I don't know if he liked her, if that was her friend, but she turned into a zombie based on her father's his father's research and things of that nature. She tried to emulate him, and it failed miserably. And then
I think that was like pretty much like his sister or something.
Yeah, something like a sister type.
Grew up together.
Yep, like a sister type. And then even like without all his actual character, like his power is tough. That time thing he does, that's tough.
That's tough.
I bang with them. We also like he canonically cheats on his wife. That's not a good thing, but in real life, but like in the in the show, listen, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. When you're that guy, things have to happen, man.
My favorite thing with Karatsugu in Fate Zero is when they took his ribs and they ground him up and put him in them bullets.
Yeah,
that's my favorite thing from him, bro. Where it like shorts your magic circuits and like. That's what happened to Kaneth. Man, he got fucked up. Yeah. I don't even, bro. That's like the ultimate move in that show to me. Besides Excalibur.
Yeah. Excalibur.
Well, let's just say not by a servant, by a master.
Got you.
By a master, that is probably the best move in the show.
Probably. I think definitely. What the hell?
Because it's literally it just cancels out everything.
I agree. I think another thing for Karatsugu is like I feel like you could probably say this about a lot of characters, but he does it in a way that like he's like manipulating people. He's doing what he has to do to complete his objective, no matter what.
To get by any means.
By any means, and it's like I like that about him because you see in a lot of anime, it's probably mostly shonen anime too, where they're like falter and they'll try and find another way to do what they're trying to do, but he is not with that. He's doing what he has to do to achieve his goal, no matter what, by his means. So
yeah, because when
like that.
even when his little his mentor was on the plane with that zombie shit.
Yep.
He blew up the plane, no hesitation. Like he will do anything he has to do to make it. Like he killed his dad, no hesitation. He killed his mentor, no hesitation. Like I rock with that.
Yeah, bro.
And it really seems like he has no heart or no feelings, but like he knows what he's got to do.
Yeah. And I think one scene that kind of really embodies that is the Lancer Saber fight where Kenneth dies and he interrupts Lancer's and Saber's fight. He knows that Saber is a warrior, like she's a knight, in that it's really important for them to do their battles like it's like they're in a duel, and it's really
Yeah, like
important
he
for them to
can't
finish
interrupt.
their duel by their
Yeah,
means. And he just said fuck it and killed Kenneth, killed Lancer. He didn't care. I think that's something that really embodies his I'm gonna do it by any means attitude. I really
absolutely.
like that.
All right, well, moving on. You've been posting stuff on your YouTube
Yeah,
about Fire Force.
Fire Force.
So, in terms of the anime, what are your Fire Force season 3 predictions since you've probably read past the season 3 mark in the manga?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm fully caught up to the manga now, so lit.
Okay, you way past season 3 then.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna do that actually, because Fire Force season 1 and 2, I didn't know this, but that's like 180 chapters of the manga, right? So
For real?
yeah, so
Dang, that's a
honestly,
lot.
it I feel like they could do everything. It's kind of I don't know where the stopping point for season 3 would be, just based on what I've read, but Fire Force season 3 is gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good, bro. So as long as they keep the same studio, which I have no doubts that David Production's still gonna keep doing Fire Force, I think that they have a really good shot of this being so far probably where would I rank so Fire Force? If
So,
this season's gonna be at least an 8.5 out of 10.
8.5?
8.5 out of 10.
I mean, damn, because I got the first, let me look. I have the first season. I think I have the first season of Fire Force rated 7.8,
Yep.
and then the second season I have it, I think, at an 8. Or no. Fire Force season 2 I have lower than Fire Force season 1. I have it at a 7.6.
And I think that's actually
So,
kind of fair based on because
because that second season, bro, the
they were
second
all over
season
the
was super
place.
stagnant.
They were all over the place, bro.
They were. But for the casual fan that only watches the anime for Fire Force, like I've only watched the anime for Fire Force.
Yep.
Um, what should we like expect from Fire Force season 3, the anime?
Expect a lot of answers. A lot of
So
answers
everything that went unanswered season 2, like left us questioning, should be answered.
for the most part. Get a
Because
lot
it
of
was a
answers.
lot of cliffhangers in season 2.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you should expect a lot of answers to the questions you have, because I think they addressed a lot of the questions, and I think the battles are really fun. Really, I mean, Fire Forces. The battles are fun regardless. I think there's I think Fire Force got really good, bro.
Okay. Now, for you, manga or anime is better?
For Fire Force,
Mm-hmm.
I usually prefer manga, but just knowing the type of animation level they're at and the studio that's doing it, the voice acting, the music, anime is probably better for a Fire Force fan.
Okay.
Anime is probably better.
All right, so you put me onto this.
Yep.
Chainsaw Man anime expectations.
Chainsaw Man anime expectations. All right,
Now,
so
I'm going into this blind. I've only seen the preview, and you told me the manga was fire.
fire.
So, I think it's Mappa, right?
Mappa.
Animating Chainsaw Man season 1. There's a lot of hype. I see it on Twitter. It's always trending.
Yep.
It's all over the place. I don't know when it comes out. I think it comes out next season, winter.
I would guess so, but we who knows,
Winter,
bro?
maybe spring.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? Is the hype real? Or let's just Chainsaw Man expectations.
Chainsaw Man. I expect it to be. it should be very well adapted. Mappa has been going crazy the past 2-3 years, so I think it
I
should
just
be.
want to note their employees have been slaving.
Yeah, their employees are probably dying. they're probably they're probably half dead right now as we speak.
Definitely. Definitely.
But they've been going crazy. I at first, cause it's a little iffy for me, so I think animation wise it can be really good if they draw it all. But we have
Okay.
seen Mappa use the CGI on Attack on Titan, and it didn't look bad. It wasn't bad
It didn't.
CGI,
It didn't.
but it was CGI nonetheless, right? So there's that. On when I first read Chainsaw and thought of like an anime adaptation, I could easily, like very easily, just see them CGIing the chainsaw on his head and all that, and I'm like, I don't think I want that.
No, because there's a fine line between for CGI because it's either dog shit or it's like a
Decent.
decent.
Yep.
It's never like good or
Yeah.
great. It's just decent.
Yep. And I think the way Attack on Titan is kind of drawn, there's not really like advanced techniques and advanced moves, right? So you can kind of do that with
You
the
can get away with
Titans.
it with
Yeah,
that,
you can get
that
away
kind.
with the CGI and the Titans. But I think for
Yeah,
Chainsaw, you're gonna have that chainsaw actively moving at all times. You're gonna have him like actually doing like fights and things. So I think that as long as that's not CGI, I don't see how Chainsaw Man can be a bad adaptation.
okay. So you're saying based off animation solely is what makes or breaks this adaptation.
I think so. I mean, voice acting is kind of key too, but I mean, it's I find it hard to believe that they'll just put in bad voice, like just straight bad voice actors on here, right? So,
Yeah, I
um,
think they'll get some big hitters for anticipated anime.
yeah, for sure. And then another thing I'm kind of iffy on, like I just don't know, is how much of this are they gonna do multiple seasons of Chainsaw Man?
How much is out?
So there's two so far that we know there's two parts of the manga, and only the first part is out right now. The second part they haven't released yet, right? So like they haven't like
Oh, they're
started.
really only doing book one?
Yeah, no, like the first like, so it's like, you know how there's Nard. No, bad example, bad example. There's Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Re. There's two different
Okay.
series within the same series.
Okay.
So this is like the first series. It's 97 chapters.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Yeah. So
So you're thinking they might do like one or two seasons for this specific part
yeah, so I think the max they can do is 2 seasons, but I could easily see them doing just one season,
and then
25
moving on.
episodes. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
That's interesting. I
that's a
didn't know there was multiple parts to Chainsaw Man.
yeah. The second part just hasn't started yet. That's why, but I think it should start up soon. He's been off Chainsaw for like damn near a year at this point. He get to work. What the piss.
Yeah, for real.
But I expect this to be like a whatever. There's the same reception JJK season 1 got. I expect the same for Chainsaw Man.
Okay. Okay. This is actually a good transition into our next thing. Besides Chainsaw Man and Fire Force, what new anime are you looking forward to?
So I'm looking forward to that new that JJK movie that's gonna come out. It's gonna cover volume
Book
0.
Zero.
Yep.
Yep, Book Zero.
Yep. We need that. I need that immediately.
I definitely
I think
do
it's coming
too.
out in a few months actually. The movie, right?
I think it comes out in December,
So that means us in the US, we're not getting that bitch till goddamn next October.
March, April. Yeah, something like that.
Next October. Um, I think the Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War. Um, Bleach is one of my favorite series. I don't know why. There's no real reason. I mean, there is a reason, but like, I just love Bleach.
That's a movie, right?
No, it's gonna be a series anime, like a.
Is it like a side story?
No, it's so in the original Bleach anime, they cut it short. They didn't animate the last arc, so this is the last arc of Bleach.
Oh, okay. So this will finish off
This will
Bleach
finish
as
off. Yep.
okay. And that
Vinland
comes out this
Saga.
year?
It's supposed to come. It was supposed to, but who knows at this point? It'll probably come early next year.
Okay.
But yeah, I know this one you're waiting for too. Vinland Saga season 2.
Yes, sir.
We
That's
need
my shit.
we need that like
We definitely need that.
expeditiously. Like we need that now.
We definitely do because I think this second season of Vinland will probably put it on the map more than it already is because a lot of people don't know about it. Every time I'm like, you should watch this, they're like, what is that?
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, what do y'all what do you mean what is that?
And on top of this, this is more because if you haven't watched season one's main character is pretty much Askeladd for the viewers who have not watched
Yep.
Vinland Saga. But season two, I think it'll give us more insight on who Torfin is, why he feels the way he does, what he's going through, and kind of his hardships as he's dealing with the death of, let me not spoil, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We very I read the manga for Vinland Saga too. I read the manga for damn near everything. So, but Vinland Saga is elite. Like that shit is up there for sure. For sure. Vinland Saga's up there. So that's why I
Um,
need that.
I'm interested in seeing Shield Hero season two.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I don't know what to expect, but I know it's gonna be. I think it'll be better than season one for
Uh huh.
sure. Cause at the end of season one, they got those little portals of the people flying down.
Yep.
And Shield Hero, I really think is an underappreciated show.
Yeah. I think a lot of
It
people.
it's good. It's good.
I think a lot of people got like the wrong like what kind of the wrong idea of what kind of show is gonna be after like the first
Yeah.
episode with the scene where
If
we
you
get yeah.
definitely if you stuck around and watched it, I think you can easily get into it.
Yeah, it's solid. I've only read the first light novel from after the anime, so it's it should be decent. It should be good. It should be good for sure.
Um, I also had Vinland season two
Yep.
as something I'm anticipating. Demon Slayer season two, I'm interested
Yep.
because I have not caught up on the manga,
It should.
and you and our host Kwan, who is not here today, has.
Yep.
They say it's really good. But
I'm really looking forward to. I'm not
I
a
need
Demon
to see
Slayer
it.
fan at all, and I'm really looking forward to this season because this is my favorite arc. So
Okay, okay. Because Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer is a good starter anime, and we've already said this on this channel or podcast. But I want to see it take leaps past just a good starter anime. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I need to see something because first season it was good. It was just good because I do think it was carried kind of by animation, but at the same time I don't.
yeah. I think Demon Slayer isn't absolutely carried. It's just very enhanced by the animation, which it is what animation's supposed to do. But like when you really look at the ins and outs of Demon Slayer, like the story isn't okay. So I read the manga, so going further past, like I think season 2 is like the peak of Demon Slayer, and going further past, like it gets a little bit weaker as it goes. I think the beginning up to season 2 is probably gonna be like it's probably like an 8 out of 10 story, and then it gets lower and lower as we go. Um, I think it had a lot of potential, and some of it just let go. I didn't know. I don't know why. I don't. This was a new artist. She was a new into the manga, so I don't know if she just didn't want to explain some things or keep it going, but it kind of disappointed me in the end. Still
Right?
solid. Um but the fact that like people bring up the manga sales numbers, right? When they're talking
It's
about
so inflated.
it's so cuz I mean, and I don't want to discredit her at all, discredit what she's done cuz I don't know if you saw it, but she single like Demon Slayer the movie, the Mugen Train, single handedly carried the Japanese economy during.
Yeah, I saw
That's ridiculous. So I'm not gonna take away
that.
that from her at all.
And she didn't even make a bunch of money off their stuff,
She didn't, which is insane.
which is crazy.
But what was I saying? Yeah, I don't want to take away the credit from her at all, but like the animation is why people buy it so much. They just it's the beauty of it, in which it's
It
like
is. It looks very good.
looks extremely good, and
You
it's
Photable, you did your job.
they Ufotable does what they got to do, bro. But I think that what's the word? I think the fact that we were in quarantine, we were locked up, couldn't get really. I mean, so we're locked up. We couldn't get out for real, couldn't do things. A lot more people got into anime and manga during that time, myself included. So I think that coupling these things with the fact that Demon Slayer is a very good starter anime, and so a lot of people are going to watch it. I think all those things kind of factor into it being like kind of carried.
It does, but a lot of people don't know. And you told me this like after I finished Demon Slayer, that all that water and all that lightning and all that spatial awareness shit is not real. And I didn't know that. And that shit almost ruined it for me. I was like, that stuff's not real. What do you mean that stuff's not real? And you were just like, that stuff's just animated to make it look better. And I was like, you know what? Is that really? And I looked it up, and that's true. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
they're
these
just
dudes,
breathing techniques.
it's literally just them swinging swords, and none of that's real.
Yeah, bro.
That was, I was like, yo, that almost ruined the show for me. And that to this day, Demon Slayer is mid Slayer. It is always gonna be mid Slayer. It's always gonna be mid Slayer. But
So I
go
will
ahead.
say Demon Slayer is not mid, but I like to troll people, so I'm gonna call it mid.
Hey, it's mid Slayer. You feel me?
I'm gonna call it mid, bro. Screw it. I got it.
But another show I had in mind for that I'm looking forward to is this show called Tact OP Destiny.
Yeah.
It looks like it's by Madhouse and Mappa,
Yep.
which is a crazy combination
Crazy.
for studios, animating studios. I don't really know too much about it. I just seen the preview. It looks like a super good like action fighting, and it looks like it kind of has some story to it.
Yeah,
I don't know too much about it though.
it's actually a video game adaptation, right? So which it kind of scared for because a lot of video game adaptations are doggy, but
Yeah,
I
terrible.
I think this one's it looks really good and it's pretty decent. It's actually about a they're like in a fantasy world where like there's certain like things taking over, and then it's like the only way that they can fight off them like they're is like music, so they use like their music as their fighting style. I don't know. It's kind of weird premise, but I'm interested. It looks really good, and I don't see there's no reason why I can't just check it out. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna give it a
feel
little
you.
shot.
Especially with the studios, I gotta watch
Yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying?
it looks really good. Looks beautiful.
How much time are we at?
We're at let me check. 30 minutes.
Okay. You wanna say anything else on anime before we transition to sports?
Here, I got a couple things actually. Um, what do you think your top 5 new gen shonen are?
Okay. New Gen Shonen.
Yep.
JJK My Hero.
Yep.
Um, Fire Force.
Fire Force. Okay.
Um, I don't know if you can put Mob in there.
You can count it.
I can't.
You can count Mob.
Okay, so JJK, Mob. This is 1 through 5 as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
JJK, Mob Psycho. Um, I can't, bruh. I can't definitively put My Hero over Fire Force because Fire Force is more interesting to me, but
Yeah.
My Hero is like it doesn't. It's not. It can't get any better or worse. It's just like an 8 show overall.
Yeah.
Like,
So for the people that don't know, Tristan watched the anime. So
yeah, I didn't read any of it. Um, Fire Force. I just like the powers and all that better.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's more room to grow than My Hero, because My Hero, I feel like it's at a plateau where it can't get above an 8 or below an 8. It's
Yep.
just an 8 show.
I
Um,
I agree for an anime at
and
least. Yep.
yeah, but for the fifth one, I don't even know. I don't I don't really watch
What shows have you seen? Hold on.
shonen too much, I guess.
Maybe.
I don't know, like Dr. Stone or something.
Doctor Stone. Doctor Stone
I
is a
mean,
shonen.
it is, but I mean, I don't want to put it in there. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
on the
Is
tier
it?
of those other
I feel like
shows,
it's not on the. I it's a goddamn, what do you call it? It's like a science like science
yeah,
show.
yeah. It's a science show,
Yeah. Promise
but
Neverland
I mean,
season 1.
yes. Promise Neverland season one is. Ooh, is Promise Neverland season one better than Mob?
Yeah,
Dude, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
yeah, that's tough actually.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, bro.
Promise Neverland, bro. Okay, so
Wait,
one
wait, Tokyo
JJK,
Revengers?
huh?
Tokyo Revengers?
Oh, Tokyo. Oh,
That's a new gen
yo, I'm
shonen.
forgetting all these shows, bro. Okay, JJK, Tokyo Revengers number 2. Oh, Promise Neverland season 1 and Mob. Oh my God,
Yeah, bro. That's tough. I'm not gonna lie.
that's a tough one.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's a tough one. Okay, we'll just put JJK, Tokyo Revengers, Promise Neverland, Mob, and then My Hero.
Okay. My Hero 5?
Yeah, My Hero is for sure 5.
That's a solid list, especially since you haven't like you really I'm looking at your list. You really don't watch like a whole bunch of shonen for real, which is
Yeah, I
crazy.
really don't. I don't.
Yeah.
So
And then yeah, bro. Hold on. Let me spew out my list real quick. Top 5
that's
shonen.
crazy, yo.
New gen.
Promise Neverland. Man, that's crazy.
I'm probably so for this I'm probably going to stick to things that strictly have an anime. Strictly have
Okay,
an anime. Cuz anime is a little bit more accessible than manga to people, so
right.
Um, top 5 new gen. We're gonna go JJK1. God damn it. JJK1. God damn it.
I think JJK is definitively number 1. Like you can't say it's not.
Yep, for at least for right now, at least.
Yeah, it definitely is.
JJK1. Trying to draft this up real quick. See, guys, we don't BS, bro. We think of these things on the fly sometimes, man.
We gotta look up information. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, for
I
sure.
think, Tokyo Revengers is top 3 for sure.
Tokyo. Hold on.
Depending, because you've seen a lot more shows than I have.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my list real quick. I think for me, I love Black Clover. I think I'm gonna go Black Clover 2.
Okay.
Uh, going strictly off of anime, maybe strictly off of anime so far. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. So I got JJK, Black Clover. I'm gonna go Tokyo Revengers 3.
Okay.
4, strictly off of anime. I'm gonna go Demon Slayer.
Okay.
And then 5, shit. This is tough, bro. I'm not gonna cap.
It is, bro. It's tough.
5. Hold on, bro. I think I might be looking at the wrong list too, but 5. I'm gonna go with a little underrated anime. I think Radiant is pretty good.
Okay. 27 episodes, I think.
It might be like 40 because it has 2 seasons.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, it
I
might be.
thought they only had one.
I think it's like 44. I think it has 222 episodes. I don't know. It's 2 seasons though.
Okay.
Pretty underrated.
Okay,
Nobody.
so JJK, Black Clover, Tokyo Revengers, what was your 4? Demon Slayer, and then Radiant.
Yep.
Okay.
I like
That's a solid 5.
Yeah. And these are just my favorite. These aren't what I think are like the top. Otherwise, I would have to really go look at like things I've seen and go look at like characters and things of that nature. These are things I just like. So. And anime only
That too.
content. Otherwise, I'd have like Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, a whole bunch of other shit up there. So, but that's that
Right.
for that. One more. I have two more things I'm gonna talk about real quick. Two more
All right.
things. Long anime worth the watch. Offer it. What do you got?
Long anime. Um, my favorite long anime is Hunter x Hunter.
Yep.
I think Hunter x Hunter has the best power system in any anime.
Okay.
I think Nen is the best power system in anime.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna talk about power system a little bit, just you know what I'm saying. But go ahead.
um, I mean, I haven't watched like too many terribly long anime. I think One Piece.
I was about to say you better say
Um,
One Piece. You
yeah,
better.
I've watched like almost 200 episodes of One Piece, so One Piece for sure. Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z. I've watched Dragon Ball Z through Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball. I've watched all that.
GT
Um,
included.
I'm starting to watch Naruto
Yep.
as well as read Naruto, so let me just put Naruto up there. I rock with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. It's
Long, I
tough.
mean, the ones that I need to watch is like Bleach, Black Clover,
Yeah, for
um,
sure.
stuff like that. I haven't watched that stuff yet, so
Look,
that's what I gotta get into. I don't like watching like Gintama and all them shows. Like they're long as fuck, and I do not want to watch. I don't want to watch all that stuff.
no, I understand for sure. To be honest, for sure. I just during that beginning of COVID when shit was popping off, bro. I was on one. I was watching everything and anything within like at least a week. So
Oh, I know you watched Fairy Tale in like 3 days.
yeah. So worth the watch. Naruto's worth the watch. Dragon Ball. I feel like if you're just getting into anime, you got to watch Dragon Ball before you watch everything else. Otherwise, you're gonna be kind of disappointed going forward.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
But I definitely think it's worth a watch. I probably watched Dragon Ball Z like at least 13 times.
Yeah, for sure.
Bleach is worth a watch. One Piece for sure, no question.
I agree.
So Gintama is the first one where I'm kind of like, eh. So I love Gintama. I don't know if it's worth a watch for everyone. I think
I
you have to
watched
be,
2 episodes.
yeah, you have to have like a certain level of like, you have to understand their humor. You have to be okay with watching episodes that really like are kind of just bullshit, to be honest. But I think in the long run, it's when it's in its serious arcs, it's really good. So it can be worth a watch, but I wouldn't say it's for sure worth it. Hunter x Hunter for sure worth a watch.
I agree.
Black Clover, I think it's worth the watch. You just got to get
If you can
past.
get past, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, if you can get past the first 20 episodes of Black Clover, it's worth it.
yeah. I think
Because
the
in the
yelling and
beginning,
shit.
I,
People
dude,
hate the yelling. It is
Asta
kind of
yelling,
annoying. Yeah, it is kind of annoying.
oh, that is the most annoying thing I've ever heard on any show.
Yeah,
I like couldn't watch it.
yeah.
Like
But
I'm only on episode 14.
if you can get past that, you're solid because it gets really good at that point. JoJo's can be if you can get past some of the weird stuff that goes on in there.
Let me ask you a question about JoJo's.
Okay.
Would you count it as a long series because it's all different? Like seasons? Like every season is
Kind of
something
different.
about something different? You know
Um,
what I mean? It's kind of like Fate. It's like a
I
different thing.
definitely understand what you're saying, and I can see why if you don't, you wouldn't. But I don't know. That's tough. That's a good question. I don't know, bro. I think some of them kind of connect in some ways, but me personally, I count them all of this all together. But that's tough.
Because when you say, I mean, because realistically, you could put like, Fate as a series like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
Because it's all Fate, but it's like all different. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep. I got you, bro. Okay, I see what you're saying, and it makes sense. You're making sense. That's a tough question that I'm not gonna answer.
You're a clown.
My Hero is worth the watch. Kind of gets a little boring. In this particular season, they kind of the pacing and the censorship is kind of fucking it over, but it's decent. Fairy Tale. See, these are the ones that I kind of think are like iffy. Yu Yu Hakusho is really good, but
It's old though.
it's
It's just
old as
old.
shit, bro. I couldn't. I watched like 45 episodes and then I just switched over to the manga because I literally just couldn't read it, bro. I was like I couldn't watch it. It just looks so old. So same thing with Inuyasha. I turned it on for maybe 3 minutes and I turned it off because I couldn't watch it. Shit just looks old,
Damn, 3 minutes?
bro. When shit just looks old or just looks bad, bro, I just turned it off, bro. I couldn't do it. Sailor Moon, I've never seen it, so I can't speak to it too much. And then Fairy Tale. Fairy Tale is it's dumb fun. Like if you could turn your brain off and watch it, you'll be set. You'll be solid.
Turn your brain off.
Yeah, bro. Because when you think like there's a lot of plot holes and things of that nature, things that just don't really make sense. But if you can turn your brain off, you'll be solid. But
All
that's
right.
yeah. And then for some news, real quick, the Fairy Tale anime, Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest actually just got announced. So there will be an extension to Fairy Tale.
That's good news for y'all, you fairy tale fans. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
But let's transition into sports.
Hold on. One more thing.
Okay.
What you been reading currently, bro? What you been reading, watching? What you been doing?
Oh, okay, bet. Okay. I'm currently reading Vinland Saga. I just picked that up again today.
Okay.
I'm about probably a third or maybe like almost a halfway through book 5,
Okay.
which picks up off the anime. Um I gotta pick up JJK again, book 9. I finished book 8,
Yep.
which is the rest of after the anime. So book 9 is not even animated yet. Um I'm reading Naruto,
Of course.
of course, because
Go
that's
watch
what we
that
did.
podcast, by the way.
Yeah, we did that. I'm watching Tokyo Revengers. Well, I'm gonna finish it when the last episode comes out.
Yep.
I just picked up Bungo Stray Dogs season 3 because I watched the first 2 seasons and haven't finished the series yet.
Yep.
Um, I gotta finish My Hero season 4. You know, I'm picking on One Piece here and there when I don't have anything to watch. I've been trying to get back into Cowboy Bebop because I've only watched 5 episodes of that.
Yeah.
But if you watch Mandalorian like on Disney Plus, it's pretty much the same thing as Cowboy Bebop. Well, let me say that the other way around. Mandalorian is the same as Cowboy Bebop, not Cowboy Bebop is the same as Mandalorian. Because Cowboy Bebop is for sure older.
It's definitely older. Not even a question.
Yeah. I'm picking on here and there Monster.
Monster. Elite.
I just watched a few episodes here and there.
Yep.
But that's pretty much it. I'm kind of just waiting on a show that I really like am very interested in to
Yeah.
watch.
Got you.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, man. I mean, okay. I mean, I guess I'll tell y'all what I've been doing. So the past week, this is just the past week. I've been on all types of series, from the reading perspective at least. So I read 31 chapters of Ajin Demi-Human. It's basically kind of like Tokyo Ghoul with like JoJo stands, which is it looks Ajin it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Read 31 chapters of that. Of course, I read the weekly series that come out like Black Clover, One Piece, all the weekly chapters. I read 23 chapters of Dan to Dan. Dan to Dan's one of those more like mature new shonens they're coming out with, like I think JJK kind of started it. JJK and Chainsaw Man, those two started it, but there's a wave of new, more mature shonen coming out. I think Dan to Dan is definitely one of the better new ones.
Okay.
I read 30 chapters of Eden Zero, so 30 chapters of Eden Zero, so I'm now at 125. So straight. I mean, it's Eden Zero is made by the same person who made Fairy Tale, and Fairy Tale is starting to get elite. or not Fairy Tail. Eden Zero is starting to get pretty elite. It's actually really good. It basically fixes everything that Fairy Tail was shitted on for. So Fire Force, I read 100 chapters of that. Like I said, I'm fully caught up now and really good. What else I read this week? I read this Chinese series actually. Well, I read like 30 chapters of it, but it's called Fang Shi Shang.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so the Chinese they do it's kind of the artwork at least is kind of a mix of the Japanese and the Korean style where they color it in and it's hand drawn versus like drawn on the computers. It looks really good and kind of random, but I was like, man, let me give it a shot. It looks really good, so yeah, pretty solid. I read 30 chapters of the Knights of the Apocalypse. It's the Seven Deadly Sins sequel. Pretty good. I posted a video on it. Had a few questions about it, but it's kind of some nonsense. But it's straight. I like it. What else, bro? Because I've been on. That's like 8 series just reading, and then I watched the entirety of the Tower of God anime yesterday. I previously read it before, and it was kind of like, man, what the hell? But it got to a pretty good point. I do really like it.
So basically, you've been getting to it.
Yeah. Even before, like I think I told you like last year, like I'm not watching like it just the animation style looked really bad to me at first.
Yeah.
Last year, but compared to the beginning of the webtoon art, it is way better. It's actually solidly animated too, so now I'm getting back into the webtoon again, picking up from where I left off in the anime. That's all I've watched or read that was some I'm on some different shit, bro. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
You most definitely are.
But yeah, man, we can get out that little sports or get out the little anime
All right.
days. Get our little sports.
Well, as we transition into sports, y'all probably saw the 2021 Hall of Fame class. So how do you feel about that, Kesari?
I think the class is solid. I think there's hold on. Let me go look up the class real quick. I know Ben Wallace, Chris Webber, Chris Bosch,
Paul Pierce, Tony Kukoc.
Oh, Pierce too. Oh, see, that's what I'm why is Tony Kukoc in the Hall of Fame?
I feel like when they run out of people, they just like kind of throw people who are kind of near good people.
I feel like they just throw in like a foreign player if they run out of people.
Yeah, they definitely do. And also, I want to say, I think Bill Russell as the coach got put in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he should be in there either.
I think so. I think it's just the fact that he was a black player coach in the era that he played in.
That too. But why did it take almost 100 years? I'm exaggerating, but 100 years to get this man in the Hall of Fame as a coach.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason.
That is for sure a fact. But I literally think that's the only reason because of the fact that there was like people used to boo him on all that because he's black and things like that. I think that's the impact he had, just him being there. To me, as a coach, at least.
Yeah, but for me, I think the Hall of Fame class is decent. I think it was kind of second tier stars this year.
Yep.
I think Kobe's eligible next year, right?
I think is he not in? I thought he got in last year.
Oh wait, did he?
I think he did.
Was it it was last year?
Yep.
Okay, it was last year. But I think this year is like second tier stars. I don't think it's anybody that was like
that guy.
Yeah, like crazy good players. I don't see any people in there.
Everybody on here is good. They're just not.
They're solid. Guys. Yeah, they're solid.
Even if you're looking at like accolades, like Chris Webber, he is in terms of accolades and actual like he is not. Chris Bosch.
He's a very good player. Very good player.
Even Ben Wallace.
Very good.
But I don't know if he. That's the thing with the Hall of Fame. They throw a lot of good players in there, like stats players, but not like winners, MVPs.
Actually good, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's so weird because if you actually like, let's just actually like say you go in and look at like Mutombo's stats. the man has no other stats but blocks.
Yeah.
And let's just say same thing for Ben Wallace, even though I think he's a 4-time defensive player of
Four
the year.
times, yes, sir.
Yeah. But even that, I don't see him in there, man.
So I think
He's not an all-time great in my opinion. That's what the Hall of Fame is to me.
yeah, I think it's kind of weird for me because the Hall of Fame has set the precedent that it's very easy to get in. So now I'm
It
like,
is.
okay, it's so easy. Ben Wallace, you don't score, pass, or anything, but you are that guy on defense. You have 4 defensive player of the year. I can't tell him oh yeah, you can't be an all star
Because
or
as
not
of
all
right
star, Hall
now,
of Famer
it just
because
seems like Rudy Gobert can make the Hall of Fame, bro.
he probably will, straight up.
And specifically off of defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy to me.
Some other players, people that got in, Yolanda Griffith, 7-time WNBA All Star, and Lauren Jackson. I don't know much about Yolanda Griffith, but I know Lauren Jackson. She was really like that in the WNBA. So she probably deserved it. I'm not gonna cap.
I don't really keep up with the women's
Yeah.
stuff,
I
so
mean, the only reason I know who she is for real is because like I said, when I lived in Connecticut, we used to get free tickets to the WNBA games out there and watch those. And we had a friend that she played on the French Olympic team, so we were watching that. And Lauren Jackson was one of the players they played when they played Australia, and she was shitting on them. They did win, but she was shitting on them. So
that's crazy.
yeah.
But speaking of Hall of Fame, Dirk is in the Hall of Fame.
Dirk
And is
Nowitzki.
Dirk a top 3 power forward all time? If so, why?
Dirk. Dirk Nowitzki. So he's probably what, second all time in points for power forwards? I'm
For
just gonna
sure.
assume that.
If not, well, no, Karl Malone is first.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He's probably second.
Yeah, second. He's most definitely second.
Um, his defense it just isn't there. We're not even.
It isn't at all. It's not.
We're not even talking about it. I think. Is he top 3?
Is he top 3?
Tim Duncan. Who's second? Karl Malone.
I don't even like putting Karl Malone in
I don't
any
either.
power forward.
I don't think
He's not that good in my
I don't think
opinion.
he's top 2.
I don't either.
I'm gonna just look up real quick top 10 power forwards list and see what they pop up. But to me, I think Dirk he could be 3. I don't know though. Hold on. He's an elite
'Cause
scorer. He changed the
you
game
got-
for his position.
I can probably name you got like Charles Barkley, Dennis Rodman.
So
I mean these aren't in any type of order. I'm just kind of naming good
in
players.
2016, ESPN had Tim Duncan 1, Malone 2, and Dirk 3, with KG and Charles Barkley right behind him.
Okay, so I would put Kevin Garnett and Charles Barkley over Karl Malone.
I think I would too. I think Dirk. I think he's top 3, bro.
I think so too, even though he's a crazy liability on defense.
Yeah, I think he's top 3, bro.
And hold on. Excuse me. I think he's probably the best scorer out of all of them.
Oh,
ever.
Easily. I'm not even gonna cap.
Like
If he
that's
had
not
John
even
Stockton,
that's not even a debate.
40,000 points. What the hell?
He's putting up numbers with just a fade, bro.
Yeah.
And he can shoot the 3 like a guard.
Yeah.
He's got a unlimited bag of offensive moves, but he's just not athletic.
Yeah.
When you think of athletic players or unathletic bigs, I immediately think Dirk and Jokic, and they still get the job done.
Yep. That's the thing. I think
Jokic has Dirk's athleticism. It's no question.
I think that's literally it. These guys that don't really have athleticism, athleticism for real, we kind of look down on them.
But they really put up numbers. Like Jokic just won MVP. Like as a center. When the last time that's been done is Shaq.
Yeah.
And Jokic was putting up what 2010 and like 9, 8.
Jokic this year?
Yeah,
I think he was like 26, 11, and 8.
that's crazy
Yeah, I rounded
for a
up. I
big
rounded up.
26, 11, and 8.
Yep.
That's stupid.
I think Jokic is really one of those guys. Or we just don't like. I've been seeing this argument on Twitter for like the past 3 months. Jokic, Jokic and Embiid or Anthony Davis. And I'm like, I don't
In
understand. I
terms
don't
of
see
what?
who's better.
Out of the three,
Yeah.
Jokic.
No. Like Jokic and Embiid over Anthony Davis.
Like, would
That's
I pick Jokic and Embiid over AD?
like Jokic over Anthony Davis and Embiid over Anthony Davis.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't see. I just don't understand how at this point you can make the argument for Anthony Davis.
I don't. He's been getting hurt so much lately. It's
Well,
like he can't even stay on the floor.
there's that, and then it's like, oh yeah, Anthony Davis couldn't lead the Pelicans to the playoffs consistently, where Jokic and Embiid are both doing that. And they're like, oh, the
They
talent, the
definitely
talent.
did. They did.
They're like, the talent. I'm like, Anthony Davis had Drew Holiday. He had a good Tyreek Evans when he was actually good. Eric Gordon, who as soon as he left was the sixth man of the year. He was a good player. There was talent in New Orleans. Like, it's not just, they're not just shitters out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They were pretty good.
and he just couldn't
Let's
do
not
it
forget, Jokic brought the Nuggets without Jamal Murray.
without Jamal Murray to the second round.
Their other 20-point per game scorer and facilitator.
And I'm like, if you really look at it, like, if we're saying, say what we just put them on, like, just line up the rosters together, like, the talent is the same. Anthony Davis just couldn't do it. And Embiid's roster is a little bit more talented, but he's also just putting up better numbers, anyways.
Yeah, Embiid is getting to it. I mean, he did it with. He basically doesn't have a second best player on his team. Like, Ben Simmons is non-existent.
The shitter.
Tobias Harris is inconsistent.
Yep.
And I mean, realistically, like, who else is on that team that's really? I mean, Seth Curry is doing good.
Yeah, he was playing pretty good in the playoffs.
But I mean, the two players you have, you're paying max dollars for, Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris.
Yep.
One is just gone, and the other one is like barely shows up. So, Embiid's got to put up 30 and 12 every damn night.
I think it's even if he's leading. Anthony Davis made the playoffs twice with the Pelicans. These guys make the playoffs every single year, putting up Anthony Davis numbers. What are we talking about, bro?
Yeah, they definitely put up numbers, and they might even be better numbers.
Yeah, I agree. You got something? Wait. What's next, man? Is that it for you?
Why does it seem like there are only a few good young players that seem to have like all-time great potential in the league right now? Like, there's a bunch of good young stars like Donovan Mitchell. I don't even want to put Trae Young in here because he's dumb inconsistent.
Yeah.
Like Donovan Mitchell. Let's just say Chris Middleton, Jamal Murray, like Zach LaVine, like all them dudes. But there's only like, I feel like two like real players that are really like carry the torch, like from LeBron and KD and Harden and all them, and that's Giannis and Luka.
Right.
I don't see maybe Jokic.
Yep.
Maybe that's like that's about it from I think from the league that have all time potential. Why do you think that is?
I think it's really the fact that these players I think to have this all-time potential, it's almost always like you got to do something. You got to combine skills that players really just didn't have back then or didn't use back then. So we have.
Do you think the talent is getting worse?
Talent's getting worse. No, I think it's as a collective, it's getting better. But the top tier talent
Is getting shorter.
I don't think it's getting shittier. It's just like every player in the league has trainers going through high school and going through. They all do the same things. They work out the same, so they're all gonna
Okay.
and like their skill sets are all gonna be the same. So when these newer guys that come in and they have more unique skill sets, Jokic, the elite passer at the center, Luca, just a do it all LeBron type guy with the Harden bag, right? And then Giannis is just a
That's
monster.
just that's a Shaq. That's Shaq in like
Yeah, Shaq
I,
with
I,
smaller frame, a
yeah.
better
It's
handle.
literally it's a modern day Shaq.
Yeah. So when you got guys that do more unique things like that, it's just like they just stand out more and they tend to be better players.
I just feel like after Harden, Braun, KD, Curry, um, like all these guys after they're gone, I feel like the league. I don't know. I don't know if the league is gonna seem like it's a lot worse or like
I think so.
it might be like boring. You know what I mean?
I think so too.
Like after these like top tier guys are gone, because we really realistically only have like 5 to 8 years left of all these guys probably.
Yep. Which
Like I
is
mean,
crazy.
wait, KD's probably what 33, 34,
Right now, I think he's like 30. He might be like 32. Hold on.
32.
He's 32, yeah.
Okay, so we at least got 8 years of KD, probably like 5 years from Braun. Like yeah, okay, so like five. Let's just say 5 to 10 years. After 5 to 10 years, I don't
I don't know where the league's going to be at
I
at
don't
that
I
point.
don't either, bro. I don't.
I have no
It's gonna
idea.
be like It's just gonna be like Giannis, um, Luca, Jokic. Like who I need to see more GOAT level talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's just the fact that these players all grow up playing the same way, doing the same things, training the same ways. Not like they're not nobody's
They're not
doing
making
anything
themselves
different.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's when players show themselves to be different levels of players that we that's when we call them like at that level, like the GOAT type level, the all time levels. And by all time, I mean like top 50 all time. I don't. We're not talking because every player's an all time player as long as they freaking play.
yeah.
They're on some list somewhere, but we're talking about like those guys.
I just think it's interesting to think about because I never really thought about it before. Like the league is so like mid
Yeah.
tier level player heavy right now
Yep.
that I feel like the league is just gonna be like all around decent and not have like stars.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of like I said, a lot of these guys they just do the same shit. So
But yeah, I mean, do you got anything on any sports?
sports. So I was streaming earlier and we had that conversation of where like I think it's kind of stupid and ridiculous to just think that players now can't play in the 90s era because we had Rasheed Wallace a few days ago, maybe like a week ago at this point, talking about how LeBron wouldn't be good in this era. He wouldn't be as good. I'm like, what? First of all, y'all play in the same era. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, what would Rasheed Wallace play like?
That was dumb. They played at the same time. And LeBron shit on them, by the way. But there's that, and then it's just like, why do people like? What makes you think that players can't adapt to back then, or back then players can't adapt to now? Like, I just don't understand that sentiment. Just because of the fact that like it's quite literally human nature to adapt to things. So what
Let's just put this into perspective. If with Magic Johnson's basketball ability and Larry Johnson's body, if that's LeBron, that's literally LeBron. So
yeah,
if both those players could play back then, why couldn't LeBron?
I don't. That's probably like one of the worst like takes I've seen in my life that LeBron couldn't play.
LeBron would literally get to the cup every single
Yeah,
time down the court. You
exactly.
think You think little Sidney Moncrief is gonna guard LeBron?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Come on, bro. John Starks is guarding LeBron?
Yeah. And the thing is,
Come
it's
on.
like, even when LeBron played players that played in this era, Kobe Bryant played in the 90s.
He did.
They're on par.
Yeah, like Kobe was still putting up numbers, bro.
Like they were on par. So I don't understand why we just think that like some of these players. Obviously, there are some players in the league that wouldn't be. They probably wouldn't be able to play back then. But those players aren't the great players, the good players. They're the role players, the backups. Those guys.
And
Those are the guys that wouldn't be able to play in that
the
era.
crazy thing I hate when people make the argument is like acting like shooting wouldn't translate eras.
Exactly.
Like, if you drop KD in the 90s, KD is lighting the entire league up.
Honestly, I mean, so he might average like 2 less points because he's taking less threes, but he's still getting like 30. Like he's putting up numbers on mid range.
Like,
I don't fucking get it, bro. His skill set, his skill set wouldn't adapt. Why the fuck not? Why can't he do a crossover pull up 20 years ago?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, that's like, they learn most of their moves from people back in the day. So like,
yeah,
why wouldn't they adapt?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just dumb. Like it's just dumb. If Allen Iverson can play in the 90s, his little ass, why can't these other niggas? Why not?
Yeah, for real. Barely 6 foot. Come on, bro.
Little shit.
Not even 6 foot.
But yeah, bro. Like that's one of the things I had that I seen it earlier today, and I was just like, dude, this is bugging me. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like what are we talking about?
Even vice versa. If we drop Jordan in today's era, he would probably play just like Kawhi, but more efficient.
Maybe I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't. It's just the fact that like people just don't think that like players can adapt to different eras. Like, why? What's different?
If you want to get that money and stay in the league, you'll adapt. I promise you.
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. Like, why not? So like Jordan can't play in this era because he's gonna shoot a mid range like over a 3-pointer. Like, what are we talking about?
Like, we don't have DeMar DeRozan and Kyrie and
like
Kawhi shooting mid range every game.
All the elite scorers shoot.
Have a good mid range.
They all shoot mid range. It's not
Devin Booker.
We could just like hold on, bro. Cause oh my god, bro. This is yeah. Freaking D Book, Kawhi, CJ McCollum, what's his name? Lillard, Kyrie, Kevin Durant, James Harden don't shoot as Chris Paul. What else, bro? Because this is let me go.
Did you say Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin Durant. LeBron don't really shoot mid range. Well, actually, that's cap. That may be shooting
LeBron
straight post fade,
like fade away mid range.
Yeah, right. Bradley Beal, Luka Doncic,
For sure.
Zach LaVine,
For sure.
Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Jokic, D Book, Trae Young kind of just jack shots. De'Aaron Fox is more of a god. Jaylen Brown, Sexton, Ingram, Shai, Vucevic, PG, Paul George. All these guys, Anthony Davis, DeRozan, Jimmy Butler, Jamal Murray. All of these guys shoot mid-range, and they're all the 20-point leading scorers. Like, what are we talking about, bro? That's what I had for sports and stuff, though. I just had to get that off my chest, man. What are we talking about?
Hey, bro, it's okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that's all you got, that's all I got too. If you want to wrap this up,
yeah, we can wrap it up. Go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This was the JSN podcast. If you want to watch all our podcasts, we are on all streaming platforms at the JSN podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. Our Instagram is the JSN pod _.
Yes, sir.
The JSN pod _. Kesari, if you want to plug your YouTube channel before I end it.
YouTube, the Young Demon. Nah, it's not the. It's actually Young Demon. On Twitch, Young Demon 2. No O, just YUNG. And if you're enjoying the podcast, man, just might as well just share with your friends. Let your friends enjoy too, right? So go ahead, man.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Thanks y'all for tuning in, and we'll be back tomorrow.
All right.